everyone, it's Christy here from Sweet Girl Designs. I'm back again with another December daily process video. I'm slowly but surely getting there. My album's exploding, but in true Christy fashion, we're going to make it fit, and it's going to be a little bit obese, but that's alright. Alright, so this is for December 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. This pictured here is for the 17th. It's a double page spread. On this day, we were in town where my husband's family lives, and they were having a family Christmas party the week prior to Christmas. So we were all there, all his siblings and all the grandkids, a few aunts and uncles, and we all wore plaid. So starting last year, we kind of started having these yearly Christmas themed parties. Last year was ugly sweaters, and this year was plaid. Who knows what next year will bring? I'm not sure if people are too thrilled about the theme, but it is fun, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, this there's a picture there from my last video of the Weston Brot or the sausage buns, and so you won't see that. That'll be covered up with a pattern paper, but that's kind of a little pull-out feature that I did in my last video. And underneath that is a group photo of my husband, his family, so all his siblings, his parents, and like all the grandbabies. And so I just found some pattern papers that I liked and coordinated with each other. And I'm just kind of creating a filler card here. So I'm using this puffy gold sticker from Studio Calico that says party, and I'm using the Pink Fresh Studio Oh Joy beautiful chipboard alpha to spell out the word plaid. I am the absolute worst person peeling off the backs of chipboard. I don't know what it is, but I cannot manage to get that paper backing up. So I end up peeling like several chipboard layers off there. So that's why you see me out with my glossy accents. And then I picked up these snowflake wood veneer pieces from Michael's after Christmas. They were on mega sale, so I grabbed those up, and I really love the design of those, so I just added those to create some dimension and interest, and I love doing that. That's why my album is so thick. Alright, and on this side, I use this really cute deer paper. I have yet to use this one in my album so far, and I just had a little scrap of my favorite pattern paper from this collection, and so I just trimmed the bottom with that, added a chipboard tree, and then another piece of wood veneer. This tree came from Michael's last year, I believe. Did the date stamp, and I will add my journaling to that a little bit later. I layered 2 labels from the Snow and Cocoa sticker sheet on there just to create a bit of a cluster. I had this flare badge in my stash. I had a little camera on it, and then I trimmed down a tiny word sticker. It did say cozy sweater weather, which I really liked and was going to add, but it just didn't fit anywhere, so I just trimmed out the cozy and filled one of the labels with that. And yeah, I really love that group photo of us. It's so awesome to see everyone all together. And then this photo is a photo of my sister-in-law and my youngest daughter, Adeline, and I just love it. It's so cute. She's getting some kisses from her auntie. So I just add some tiny word stickers there from Pretty Little Studio, and one collection. You can see it there pictured on the left. I can't remember, but I got it last year. I can't remember, and I can't really see where it's from, but yeah, just added some stickers there, and that's it for the 17th. Alright, now we're on to December 18th. On this day, we went to visit my husband's grandparents, and so I just have the one photo. It's not the best photo, but it captures my daughter with her great grandma, so that's good enough for me. And I'm getting down to the bare bones of my of my paper pad here, and so I'm trying to make the best use of my scraps as possible. So I'm piecing together two scrap pieces here. Actually, I trimmed down a 6x6, and I'll use the rest of it at a later date, I'm sure. But I just trimmed it out so that some of the snowmen were showing, and then I'm using this gold glitter washi tape to piece the two pieces together. And yeah, just make sure that it is a actual 6x4 card. So do some little trimming there. And I like how you can see some of the snowmen are shown in their entirety, and then some are not, but that's okay with me. And I'm gonna add a snowman chipboard piece just there, just to keep it, with the theme of snowmen. And add my date stamping. I'm not sure what it was, but at this time when I did these 4 days, all four of my date stamps were horrible. Like horrible. I don't know what I did. So you'll see me filling it in with my Sharpie pen quite a bit. You, I know that stamping's supposed to be imperfect. I know that, but I like to fill it in sometimes just to be more bold. And I am cutting out some of these word phrase strips from Pretty Little Studio to make a bit of a cluster. So one says on this day, and with you, and then the sticker says merriment this way. And then once I laid it down there, I noticed that it wasn't too colorful, I guess, so I wanted to add a bit of pattern paper scrap there. And when I do the trimming, I end up cutting off some of the words, so I just swap those out because I know that would really bother me. So like the L was kind of missing from Love This Day, and the M was missing from Merriment, so I just swapped those out. Added some snowflake stickers, and that cluster is finished. And yeah, just really quick and simple. Add my journaling, and that day is done. Alright, now on to the 19th? Yes, the 19th. And on this day, this was a Monday, we didn't really do much. We just kind of recovered from the weekend. So I just snapped a quick pic of my dog, who is one of the laziest dogs around. He loves just laying around, cozied up with a blanket or whatever. A pillow is his latest obsession. But just we were cuddling on the couch during the girls' naps, and took a quick picture of that. And so I'm just there's not a lot of journaling for this day, so I wanted to do a bit of a filler and use some of those ephemera pieces. I really, really, really wanted to use the acetate piece, but it was so tricky. So you'll see me playing around quite a bit with some different configurations and trying to make it work, because I absolutely love this little girl. In the collection, featured a few times, one in the acetate and one in the sticker, and I just really kind of have been putting off using her because I just love her so much, but I really want to really want to include her. So yeah, played around with the acetate piece, but just couldn't make it work. So hopefully I can find a place for her elsewhere. I just settled on this snowman ephemera just because I use snowman on the opposite side of the layout, so I thought why not, and I pull in the gold glitter with these snowflakes. I have it all laid down, and then I think to myself, no, this is not layered enough. People are going to be expecting me to create more of a cluster and use up some of these scraps, so I go to my little scrap bowl there and try to make it work and fiddle around, and yeah, it just was not working for me. Then I remembered that the collection came with kind of like a cut apart sheet that had the word burr featured over and over and over again, so I decided to pull that out, and so I'm just trimming that out right now, and I'm going to use that to layer in behind. And I really like the contrast of the white snowman card with the white burr pattern paper. So I'm just again looking for some scraps just to layer in behind and decide, no, I like it how it is. And I'm actually going to shift it from the left hand side of the card to the right hand. And I really like the way that turned out. And I'm just going to add the date stamp and some journaling. And here I really mess up the date again because it's a little bit off the card, but you can still make out the date. So I just color that in. I'm not sure why I was struggling so much with the date stamp this time. And then I'm just going to add another glitter snowflake just to kind of fill up that top area of the card a little bit. And that card's pretty much done. So now I'm on to the photo, and I'm just going to do a tiny little bit of embellishing just so that the colors are kind of consistent throughout the layout and settle on this mountain. I'm just going to use half of the piece with a sticker that says Burr because he's all cuddled up with his blanket, and then just bring in some enamel dots, and that is done. So really quick for that day. And the final day for this video is December 20th. On this day, we went to our play group, and it was the last play group of the year before we broke for holidays. And so we did a bit of a dance class. Each week we try out a new activity, and for this week it was dance. And so there's Nora playing with parachute, and I absolutely love her expression in that photo. And then after the dance class, we had some photography. A photographer came and took some pictures. I have yet to get those back, or else I would have included those in my December daily as well. And we had a bit of a Christmas party, so we had some treats and things. But I really only had a few photos from the dance part of it, and that's good enough for me. Alright, so I pieced together 2 scraps again. This pattern paper with the words I have yet to use yet as well, so I thought I'd bring that in. So I just trimmed it so that most of the words made complete phrases that you could make out, and then I did some tearing of the paper just to kind of do something a little bit different, I guess, and make it not so what's the word I'm looking for? Not so blunt of an edge. And then I'm using these puffy stickers that say winter because it brings in some of the fun colors from the parachute down to the lower half of this layout. And then I'm using the thickers to spell out the word fun. So winter fun, and I really like the way that looks. And bringing in the girl. I'm so excited. Bringing in the little girl sticker, and then there's a matching boy sticker. So bringing them both in, one on the top card and one on the bottom, and I really like the way that looks. I thought it was fitting because Nora's there playing with her friends, and so we brought in the little kid stickers. So really cute. Tried to use in some more puffy sticker diamonds, but didn't really like the way that looked, so instead I decided on some enamel dots. I add my journaling and another puffy sticker that says Burr, and that's it for the 20th. So now I'm just popping these back into my album. You can kind of see how it's coming together and see how fat it's getting. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to have more videos up this week for you to watch, and a share video hopefully up by Friday. That's my goal. Thanks so much. Bye.